the committee that will advise government to do so. And that's why we have representation from every local government area, and that is why this body is chaired by the Executive Secretary of the CCDA. Part of what he didn't mention, the MC didn't mention, is that the vice chairman, there will be a vice chairman of this committee, and that person will be the Surveyor General of the state, who is the custodian of the lands of the state, Mr. Abusinga Awudu, who is here. He's going to be a member. He's also going to serve as the vice chairman of this committee. This is a very serious committee. So I want to thank Mr. Chairman and congratulate you all and members of this very important committee. I remind you that this is a very serious assignment because your government has a very ambitious agenda of massive housing development, massive infrastructural turnaround, as you know. Now, because of the flood and the rains, we have been slowed down. But now we are in a hurry, even more than before, to move fast. So you have our charge, you have our mandate, you have our support to quickly swing into action, advise on the areas we can acquire for the GRA developments that we are going to plan, advise as to where we will acquire for mass housing developments, advise as to where we can acquire and reserve for future development. We cannot build a state that is not planned. And that is why a number of people don't know that unless we plan in Agua, unless we invest in planning, and we follow our master plan, forever, any investment you make in development of any house, it will not change from being a slum dwelling. Most of the houses we build that are ordinarily good looking, when you look at them together with the environment that they are situated in, they look like slums. Someone will build a fine structure and then get to his house with a monkey bridge. That is the type of situation we have. They have no title and therefore cannot even trade with title. As part of my declaration speech, I made a promise that with my background, I know the importance of title, land title, because that is a way by which we can expand the base of our economy. Most of our capital, which is land, is frozen, is calcified, because you cannot use it for any purpose. You have no evidence of any title, yet you have the land title. So you can't trade with it. Banks can't deal with you. They can't accept anything as collateral because you don't have any evidence of it. Now that has to change. I want to begin the process by which, as soon as possible, as soon as this committee is ready, working with your sister agencies and ministries and departments, I want to be able to advise or assign as many CFOs with effect as soon as you are ready. So I want to begin to do that maybe from January. So come up with your plans. Those areas that are not good enough for our capital city, the CCDA has a mandate to control development. And you will have my support to bring those places and developments down. You cannot make omelette without breaking eggs. And all of us in this state must be prepared to make the necessary sacrifice. While we will open up new areas, the existing areas that we can save and modify, this committee and the relevant ministries should quickly swing into action and advise me. And no allocation in my government will be made without a certificate of occupation backing it up. And we are already working on a systematic, scientific way of proving title, of storing title and other land information in this state. So it's a very serious job. This is not an ad hoc committee. This is a statutory committee. It's not a committee that you work for 1, 2, 3 months and then you are dissolved. No. This committee, at least subject to good behavior and performance, will stay the course of my administration. because we had a lot to do as far as managing our land resources is concerned. So, Mr. Chairman and members, I want to thank you. And let me also use this opportunity to announce that our new policy on land acquisition is that the government of Bayelsa State will not pay anything more than 750,000 naira per hectare for any state government acquisition.